88.5 JFM, the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, every now and then we have some really cool stuff happening right here in our community, and something is about to happen this weekend. We're talking Friday and Saturday at Lake City Assembly of God in Guntersville. They're going to have Steve and Debbie Wilson with them for their marriage conference. It's going to be a blast. Now, this couple, I've been getting to know them just a little bit behind the scenes, and I've got them right now over on Zoom. And if you want to take a look at that interview as it's happening live here on the radio, you can totally do that because we are live on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. So let me go ahead and bring them up, introduce them to our radio audience as well. Steve and Debbie Wilson, how are y'all doing today?
Man, we are awesome. We're excited about being in your city. We fly in tomorrow and the conference is Friday.
Very cool. And it's pretty significant, too, because y'all are choosing to do this conference on a very significant day in your married life.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is our 45th anniversary on Saturday.
Wow. That is so cool.
We're celebrating all week now, and we're going to celebrate next week. So
very nice. Now, you know, a lot of times people can talk about something but not really know much about it. But y'all know a lot about what you're talking about. You know, sometimes you have those gurus who like to give you tips and tricks when they've never actually experienced that stuff themselves, but y'all have been through the thick of it. We were just talking a few minutes ago. You said almost 45 years and you still kind of like her. That's big.
Oh, I don't kind of. I love her a lot. I love her a lot and I like her a lot. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is
She's
a
pretty easy person to like.
Well, hey, I wonder if maybe you could tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see at the conference this Friday and Saturday.
Okay, real briefly, let me just say that the reason Steve and I do what we do is because at the 12-year mark of our marriage, we really struggled. We hit a major wall, and we had to figure out how to get through that wall and how to make marriage what I think God intended for it to be. And so we just dug deep, and we figured out a lot of things. But what we're coming to talk about this weekend are the 8 mosquitoes, the 8 things that bite every marriage, the 8 things that every marriage, no matter what season you're in, deals with these issues. And it is an incredibly good conference. We laugh a lot. We might cry a lot, but we really, I think probably the thing people say the most about us is that we're very honest and authentic, and we're just raw and real. And so you're going to feel like we have been living in your house.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. We have couples all the time going, okay, did somebody tell you about us? Because you're living in our house. And I'm going, no, because we deal with the same kind of stuff.
That's right.
I gotcha. It's kind of like when that preacher is preaching that message and stepping on some toes. It's like, did God tell you something about me? But Isn't it so cool that the way marriages work, I mean, the things that you go through, it's nothing new for any of these other couples, but what you've been through almost 45 years now, you've learned how to get through some struggles. You've learned how to deal with conflict and confrontation and unmet expectations. And
Amen.
So all of these mosquitoes, these things that like to kind of suck the blood out of your marriage, can you give us just a little taste, just maybe a couple of them that you'll be covering this Friday and Saturday?
Okay, the first one that we will discuss is what everybody deals with, and that's how to balance busyness with marriage. Because so many times we get distracted and all of our time and energy goes to other things, and we give our family, especially our marriage, our leftovers. So we will talk about how to balance that.
And in that busyness, we think, well, I don't have time to do that. Well, you need to take time to change the oil in your car, or if you don't, it's going to explode on you. And every once in a while, you need to slow down a little bit and realize that we're busy, but we need to slow down enough and make each of us a priority in our marriage.
Yeah. Another one that we will deal with, let me just put 2 together, but we will deal with them separately. We will talk about finances. That's one of the number one reasons marriages struggle today is they can't get on the same page with finances. And then the other one that we get real honest and real about is broken sexual intimacy. And so I'm not going to say a whole lot, but just know that we will touch that subject, and we touch it in such a sweet and tender way.
That's right.
So I don't know what to say to appeal to those that are listening, but it will be well worth half of your weekend
Yeah.
to come and make your marriage a priority. I'm sure it needs it.
It's Friday night from 6:30 to about 9, and Saturday morning 9 to 12, and we're done at noon. I mean, we honor that, and we're not taking your whole day.
That's awesome. So a lot of great things going to be talked about. And this is, I know that the church has been talking about, this is for couples. This is even for single people who hope to be married in the future. These are definitely relationship goals, right?
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I just think, every time we do a conference, if there is anyone single there, they come up and say thank you.
Yeah.
Because they go into marriage with tools. We didn't go into marriage with any tools. So it's an incredible advantage. We even had a young man that worked in the media area at one of our conferences when he was 13 years old. He just got engaged at the age of 20, and he contacted us and said, everything y'all said, I'm now wanting to absorb more and more. Can I get your books? And so I thought that was a pretty awesome
cool.
experience, that a 13-year-old held on to what they heard. And when it came time for him to get married, he looked back on those resources.
Wow. And speaking of those resources, can we just tell people where they can find you online? Because you've got a lot of resources right there on your website.
We do. MarriageMattersNow.org is our website, and on our website it has videos, it has YouTube clips, it has a store where you can purchase our books and our products that will just help your marriage as you go along. There's our event page, which will tell you where we are every weekend, and we would just love for you to visit our site.
And if you just like to contact us personally, it's Marriage Matters Now at Gmail. I mean, we are touchable.
Absolutely.
People go, okay, who do I contact to get you to come to our church? Well, the phone number on there is my phone number, and when I answer it, it's me. So it's not an agent. It's just, we love being a part of what God's doing.
Wow. Very cool. So, all right, Friday and Saturday at Lake City Assembly of God in Guntersville. This is going to be an amazing marriage conference. So if you're watching this on socials, either right now, live or after the fact, would you please share this with as many people as possible? And let's get the word out. This place packed out.
Let your audience know this is not just for Lake City Assembly.
Right.
They want anyone and everyone to attend.
That's right.
That's right. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for carving out some time for us today. We really appreciate it. And hope everything goes well at the marriage conference this weekend. I know a lot of people are going to be touched in a great way. Thanks again.
Thank
you, buddy.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Back to the music that you love. I got you some. Let's see what I got here. Wholehearted by We Are Messengers right here on the Lifeline Morning Show.